Okay, this is going to be taking you through task 2 and task 3. Task 3 is asking some questions, but anyway, we'll go through this task 2. Create a new document, so I'll go new file on InDesign, and it says make sure it's pixels 1920 by 1080, so I can tick the first one off. The second one, set the number of pages to 4, put that in there. Set the orientation to landscape, so I've got landscape here. Okay, that should be good to go. Okay, so it comes up with the page here. I can go Command minus to see it, and then under pages I can see I've got all the documents here. Now one of the things I can do at this stage is you'll see here's my pages, but it has what they call the parent up the top. Anything I put on this will happen on all the pages that are related to it. It says a parent, so these are all A's. So for instance, what I can do is margins and columns and everything. So this bit around the edge, I might make it 60 all the way around. Actually, I'll make it 100, and I can make it unlock it and make it more or less on other sides if I want. Number of columns, you can see the columns coming up here. I'm doing this for the text. I'll put it on 3. I can change the gutter, the space in between those, and that looks pretty good, so I'll go OK. And what you'll find is if I click on all my pages, because it's on the master, it's on all of these pages as well. Now the next bit talks about making a paragraph style and creating a body paragraph style. So if I go window, I'm going to find styles, and I'll go to paragraph, and this is where I set up my text. So I'll make a new paragraph style. I've got it here. Double click, and I'll call this body. So this is kind of my main text, and I'm going to say okay, about 9 points is pretty good. The font, I'll change it. Actually, Futura is probably a little bit awful, but I'll leave it on that. I can change the leading. All of these things can be changed later on as well, but I'll go okay with that, and you'll see it comes up here. So we've got that. It says in the body, so I can click back on this, select an appropriate sans serif and size. Okay, so I've done that. That's a sans serif. Condensed medium, I don't want condensed, and the size is pretty good. And it says create additional styles for headings and titles, so I'll show you how that works. Make a new one, and I can come in here. I'll call it actually call it headings, and basic character format. So I've got this. I'll make it a little bit bigger, and this one I will make it I'll make it bold. And there's a thing here where it says indents and spacing. Again, I can change this. So after the title, and you say there's a gap of 5 pixels. So we'll see this come up. So I've got body and headings. The next bit, it talks about character styles. Now character styles is slightly different. So we'll go styles, character styles. It doesn't change the paragraph, and it changes whatever I highlight, it will change just that. So I'm going to make a new one here, and I'll call it color. Actually, I'll call it body color. So I'm going to change this to Futura. The size, I'm going to put it back on 9. The leading I think was on auto. This I think I had it on medium. Character color. So I'm going to say, okay, I want the body color to be red. Can change that a little bit, that color, if I want, but I'll leave it. Okay, and so now I've got my character color, and I'll come back to this. So the next bit says you can also do bold and italic, stuff like that, but I've got a color. Open object. Okay, over on the side here I can see object styles, so I can click on that, and again I can make a one here, and I'll call this one text wrap. And if I scroll up and down here, eventually I'll find one that says text wrap, and you can see here how it's going to wrap around an image. So that goes over the top, no text wrap, wrap around a bounding box, wrap around the object or shape, and you can see if it's going to wrap around one side or all the way around it. Same as alpha channel, because I think I've got things there, and then I've got this bit here where it's kind of the offset around the edge, so we can go with that. So I've got text wrap as well. I'll chuck that little tab up in there, and we'll see how this works. So what's the next bit we need to do? Use the type tool to make a text frame, and then place the text in, give it the paragraph style. Okay, so I've got a Word document here, and I'm just going to show you on the thing here. I've got task 2, and inside I've got an image that's called working, so when I grab stuff I can chuck it in, and when I've saved the images the way I want, put them in another folder called images. You want to have everything in this one folder, otherwise you get broken links and things get lost. So with this I've got my text, this is my concept, save as, and I'm just going to save it into that folder as well. Task 2, and I'll just put it on the actually I'll put it into working. Okay, now if I jump back to InDesign, I can drag with the text tool. I can go File, Place, there's my text, open, and you'll see it come straight in here. Now if I zoom in on this and have a look, I can grab this and I can go paragraph styles. I can go back to basic or whatever, so I can go body. On the character, see it's on body color, I'll put it on none. So we're getting that font right thing. So remember this one here, if I highlight that, because that's my heading, and I go headings, it changes it. If I want some of these things to be red, so let's go down to this one. If I highlight it, I can go to character styles, body color, and you'll see it comes up with red. It doesn't change the rest of the font, but all of this I can change, and it'll go right through the document. So the headings, if I double click on, whoops, still had something selected, so I'll make sure nothing's selected. If I double click on my headings, indents and spacing, remember this one here where it's 5, if I want, I can make that gap, so space after, a bit bigger. Preview. There you go. You can see it happening there. If I want to change the font, remember I've got on bold, put it on medium italic, and it will change it right through the whole document wherever I've used that style. So I'll put it back on bold, go OK, and so all of this stuff can be changed even once you've set it up. Now the next thing is we need to place an image. So we use the frame tool. So that's this one here. If I drag a square, and you can see the text jumps around out outside that, and I'll go File, Place. I've got my images here. Let's grab these guys. Comes up with this. If I go to the options up here, you'll see it says fit the frame. So fill frame proportionally. Click on that, and you can see these guys come in. If I want to fit it so it's the height, then I can kind of change all of this stuff. Now remember the object style. If we go here, text wrap, you can see the text is wrapping around those that image. So as I drag it around, now if I hold down, if I grab the corner of this and I drag it, you can see that blue square. It's good. If I use the circle, if I click on it and move, it will move those guys within the square. If I click out, with the arrow tool, I just click and drag. It will move the whole image. So if I want to scale it, I hold down Command, Option, and Shift. On a Mac, grab it, Command, Option, Shift, and it scales it. So this guy goes off the edge of the page, so I'm just going to crop it, grab the square, so I can see how it's looking. If you hit W, it gives you a preview without seeing all the lines and everything over it. Now, if I have a look at the pages, so this is my cover, so this one here I'll probably bring down onto here. I can look at this and say, well, actually, probably with all the text, if I go to the body, needs to maybe be a bit bigger. 9's a wee bit too small for this document. Let's see, even that's a bit small for the column. That looks a bit better. So we've got on 16. I can leave the leading on automatic, or I can change it if I want. So the heading, just make sure nothing's selected. I'll do the same thing. I might actually take it up a wee bit bigger. 20. Okay. And this one down here, maybe that one needs to be changed in the character styles as well. Yeah, because I've got a format here. Instead of having it on nothing or based on something, I'll need to bump that one up as well. 16. Cool. I can even make it a wee bit bigger if I want. Now the next one is the parent. So if I go to the pages here, remember with the masters, anything I add on here, it's going to add on all the pages. So in this case, I'm going to duplicate that master. So now you'll see I've got an A and I've got a B parent, so they're the same. But with this one, I'm going to put a little bit of text. So drag that text box and I'll put game design. Have that up in the corner, and with this B parent, if I put it on second page, third, you can see it's different to what's going to be my cover and back page. So now if I have a look at these, you can see it's only coming out on the pages that I've put it on. So I'm going to bring in an image for the cover, page 1, file, place, images. I've got my cover image, bit small, but remember I've got this thing here where it kind of fits it proportionally. I can put a title and everything on that. The next bit, what have we got on this? Create a parent page, so I've done that. That's this one up here. I can navigate through my pages by just clicking on them. So if I go Command 0, that fits it in the window, I can jump through to specific pages. So I'll save the document. It says with appropriate name, save as, proposal, and I'll just save it on this top level, not inside those folders. So I can save this and print it, but we're going to use the transitions now. So if I go window, workspace, I can just go interactive PDF, and that brings up these different things between here, and we're going to look at the transitions, so page transitions. So what I need to do is, I think if I go to page 1, page transitions, I'm going to go blind, so that's the way it's going to change to the next image. And I can change some of this functionality, the speed, and make it nice and slow going into the second page. If I go to this page, do it again. Now if I want all the transitions to be the same, I just hit this little icon, see apply to all spreads. But this I'm going to have it a bit different. I'm going to go push. I'll go push left, and make this one fast. Push left. Cool. Next one, I'm going to do same thing again. Push left and fast. And then with the last page, page 4, this will go back to the start. Maybe on this one I'll go let's go fade. As I say, slow again. Okay, and then the next thing I do is I just go file, export, and there should be an option that says PDF interactive. save. That all seems pretty good.